This is Night Operators. Currently, they have no email marketing strategy for Black Friday, and I'm going to change that. You're going to see me create and launch their emails, then scale past 6 figures so you can do the same for your brand. But for this to work, we need to start today. Creating the offer. It's currently November 1st, so we have to be careful. That's because we'll be running a sale this entire month, and as you can imagine, if we email the same content promoting the same sale to people for 30 days straight, well, email revenue will decline over time. And that's why ideally we need one early Black Friday offer for now, then a Black Friday offer for later, and also a completely different one for Cyber Monday. Because by switching up our offers, we can have one deadline for each, and each one of these deadlines will boost our sales like nothing else. Now, as much as I would like to copy an offer that already worked for another brand, that is not possible, mostly because our profit margins are different here, and so the same offer that's very profitable for them might be completely unprofitable for us. That's why I had to do some digging. I pulled all of our data from Shopify and added it to this sheet. In the first column, I added all 4 of our best sellers, then I added how much revenue and profit each one made us, and finally, I added our profit margin after shipping right here. All of that so I can understand how much I can discount while still remaining profitable. And looking at this, I would never try to push these 2 products. One, because we're not making that much from them, and also because people are a lot more interested in the other 2. Now, going deeper into the top 2, they're kind of selling equally well, but one thing I've noticed is that the top one here is making about 3 times more profit than the second one. So that's why I'll try to get people to buy this Heat and Viper Bridge option as opposed to any of the other 3 you can see listed on this sheet. Now, the tough thing about this is that if you go to our website, you'll see that this option is also the most expensive out of all of them. Meaning, if this Black Friday we give people a 30% discount, like many other brands will do, for us, that will be the equivalent of giving people over $200 off that one product. Obviously, we don't want to do that. So what I think would convert a lot higher and cost us a lot less is giving people these 3 products for free, but only when they get this option. What's great is that people are already buying these 3 products because they want to get a complete kit that looks like this. And also for us as the business, these products do not cost us anywhere near $69, $79, and $14. Instead, they cost us about $100. Meaning on Black Friday, they pay the same price for the item we know they want to get, but we add a crazy amount of value to their order. And only after that, during Cyber Monday, do we run a site-wide discount on all of these products. That way we push as many people as possible to buy our top products, and only when they don't convert on that do we push them toward alternatives. Now, before I go live with the offer, I just have to make sure the brand owner is down to run it. So I'll drop a message in our group chat and hopefully we can start testing it this week. Now, while I waited for a reply, I still wanted to get a feel of how the Black Friday deal would convert. So I started to promote a smaller version of that offer to our email list. The emails about it started to do amazing. So just based on these results so far, it looks like our real Black Friday deal is going to do absolutely amazing. First roadblock. So change of plan, we might need a new offer because apparently we can't discount that much. Now, me personally, I do think this offer absolutely makes sense, so I negotiated. After some back and forth, the solution we settled on is this. On the website, we will show the usual evergreen sale. Then only the old email list subscriber will get the 3 free gifts, while the new email list subscribers will only get 1. First, campaigns. So I wrote campaigns about our new promotion, then I designed them, and once that was done, I sent one to our email list about every other day. At this point, whenever I send a campaign, I just wait a couple of days and come check this dashboard. It lets me know exactly how much revenue a campaign I send is bringing in on a day-to-day basis. So for example, this one made $3,000 on day 1, $300 on day 2, etc, etc. You can see that exact same data was all of the other campaigns I sent. This one 1.5K, then 1.4K on day 2. I can even refresh the screen so you know this is pretty accurate, but same thing here and same thing with this campaign. And whenever I just go to this campaign, you might notice a scary pattern, which is anytime that I send one on the day that I send it, it just brings in a significant amount of revenue like you can see here, but a few days after it just completely dies. Same thing with this campaign here, pretty big revenue spike and then it completely dies. Then same thing here, revenue spike and then it dies. And then we're probably gonna notice the exact same thing with this one that I just sent yesterday. And this is completely normal because I'm not the only one sending emails. What's happening here is that on the days that I send my emails, my subscriber can easily find them at the top of their inbox, but within a few days, the email gets buried, people stop opening them, and people therefore stop buying from them. Now, going to another dashboard, you can see our open rate is about 30%. I would say it's good enough, like it's nothing crazy. A lot of people would worry here, but to me, as long as I'm not landing in spam and my emails are converting, I do not care about open rate at all. I just keep on sending more and more and more emails. That way I'll show up at the top of my subscribers inbox and give them another chance to buy. So right now the plan is to go from 3 emails per week like we did a month ago, all the way to 4 emails per day on Black Friday. November 18th. Now I just received this text. Basically, this one email subscriber reached out to customer support and told them that he wasn't able to claim the offer that we talked about in the emails. Now, I'm not an amateur. I know for a fact that the discount code I give him actually works because I'm testing it pretty much every 5 hours. That means if you choose our bestseller with the 3 ads on and use a discount code, just like I told him in the emails, then he would get the promised items for free. So right now I got 3 options. Option number 1 is not changing anything about this strategy, because at the end of the day, it's just one person who reached out out of 40,000 people that we're regularly emailing. Option number 2 is giving people clearer instructions in the email, because if one person reached out, I can probably imagine that there are dozens of people with the same issues who did not reach out. And option number 3 is editing the whole funnel so it's 10 times easier to purchase that offer. Now, thinking about it, option number 1 is way too risky, because assuming people are interested in that sale, they'd buy a $700 item. So if just 10 people are confused about how to claim that offer and they don't buy as a result, that means we would lose out on $7,000. And when it comes to option number 2, I already gave them really clear instructions. I could technically make dedicated emails and clarify even more, but I really doubt that better instructions is the answer here. So just to be safe, I'll take the most extreme measure and go forward with option 3. Alright, so I'm done with the new page, but just so you understand why I made the edits I made there, let's take a look at the current page that we're using on the email side and why I think right now is causing us a couple of issues. So to get access to our Black Friday offer where they get all of these items for free, well, they need to select all of them, pick the option that we want them to get, and use a specific discount code at checkout. The issue with that is the discount code only works if they actually add all of these 3 items to their cart. If they only add 2, for example, then the discount code will not work and they will not get these 2 items for free. Of course, majority of people want to get as much free value as they can, so they actually select all 3 options, but still the fact that some people are facing this issue is a massive problem to us. So if you come to the new page now, you'll see that this kit options section changed a little bit. And the biggest thing is, if they select this Heat and Viper Bridge option, they now get all of the add-ons included to their orders for free. They do not have to select them manually themselves here, and they do not even have to input a discount code themselves at checkout. And because this Heat and Viper Bridge option is already selected for them when they come to this page, now in 2 clicks, they can secure our Black Friday offer. So right now I'm about to send the first email promoting that page. We'll see how it does and if we get any complaints. November 21st. Now, I did have pretty low expectations when it comes to the new page because, I only made a couple of tiny edits, so I didn't think the performances would be that different. But if you check out this campaign, it's the first one where we used the new page instead of the older one, and it already crossed 5K in almost 72 hours now, a little bit less. So it's definitely performing a lot better than the previous page we used. And yeah, at this point, I'm even considering using a similar page structure during Cyber Monday, but obviously we'll see about that in due time. For now, I'm just about to double down and send more Black Friday campaigns, pushing people to that page because it's for sure the winner. Today, I'm about to send another 2 emails. Now, most of the content was already prepared, but because we switched to a new page where the offer is a lot simpler to claim, I'm just going to update the emails to make sure the previous instructions don't confuse people. From there, I kept sending more emails redirecting people to the new page and checked the results every single day. November 30th, after Black Friday. So we're still running our Black Friday offer now, but unfortunately today is Sunday, so I'll have to kill it tonight if I want to launch our Cyber Monday offer tomorrow. Now the great thing is, tomorrow I'll actually launch a site-wide sale. This is great because on Black Friday, we only offered a discount on our most expensive product, so people who could not afford that were completely left out. So in theory, the site-wide sale should crush now. And that's why today I'll do my absolute best to set myself up for success tomorrow. I'll hammer people with emails to make it crystal clear that our Black Friday deal ends tonight at exactly midnight. And that matters for 2 reasons. Number 1 being, during sales period, most of the time, you will make the most money when you launch the sale, and also when people feel like it's gonna expire. So if people are not aware of when you're shutting down the offer, you're missing out on a huge amount of revenue. And the second reason is I wanna train people to buy now rather than later. Where I see a lot of brands go wrong with this is that they tell people that the offer is going to expire on XYZ date. They make it expire, but then 5 hours later, the sale is back for X, Y, or Z reason. And this trains people to believe that there's always going to be another opportunity. And so they never take action whenever you tell them to. So what I'm going to do now is send a bunch of email to people telling them that the offer is going to expire tonight at midnight. And then past that, I'm going to make absolutely sure that they no longer have access to the deal at all. Now, one thing I should know is that I don't live in the US at all. Midnight over there is like 5 a.m. my time, so it's gonna be a long night, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. Okay, so I just made the Black Friday sale expire. Let's hit a quick refresh. And as you can see, our top performing campaigns for the day, well, you can't really see that right now. Let's sort them by top performers. So like I was saying, the top performers for the day or the campaigns where I just told people that the deal was going to expire. So it's just very important to hammer people whenever this say expire, because otherwise they don't know and they don't rush to buy. So this one I sent 11 hours ago, and you can see it already is at 7K. Same thing for this one, it was sent to a different segment. This one is at 3K. This one is at 2, this one 11 at 1, my bad. And then yeah, I mean, for all of them, you can see pretty much they made no money yesterday because they weren't live yesterday, and today they're at these big numbers. So yeah, hammering people is very important, because our top 6 or 7 campaigns or campaigns telling people that the deal expires. And once again, let's hit a quick refresh. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this Black Friday offer. It's now gone. People can no longer buy from it. Now, on a side note, it's time for me to get some sleep, because tomorrow I'll launch the Cyber Monday deal, and I need to prepare the page for that, like before we launch the deal, and then we'll launch the email and we'll see how they do. But yeah, it's gonna crush, so really looking forward to that. Talk tomorrow. December 1st, Cyber Monday. All right, we're back. Before we launch the new offer though, we have to tweak the funnel a little bit. Yesterday, you saw that all of our campaigns pushing people to the new and quite frankly less confusing Black Friday page absolutely crushed. So today, when I create the Cyber Monday page, clarity is a huge priority of mine. And here I'll take inspiration from one of the biggest websites on the planet, Amazon.com. As you can see, because of the bright and bold colors that they're using, you cannot miss this limited time deal thing. And also right below that, still because of the colors Amazon is using, you cannot help but read the extra save 5% offer that Amazon is trying to get you to purchase with. And they also give you direction on how you can claim these savings for yourself. Now, obviously we don't have a subscribe and save offer, but for us it'd be like quite similar. Here I'll just tell people that they can use code XYZ at checkout to get this Cyber Monday deal. So right now, just looking at what worked for us during Black Friday and also this Amazon product page, I have a pretty good understanding of what I want my Cyber Monday page to look like. But our store is built on Shopify, meaning it is pretty easy to grab a basic section from our website and make some tiny changes to it. But when it comes to optimizing the page for conversions and making the page look like I want for Cyber Monday, we'll have to go here and edit the code of the website. That, of course, is much harder. This, for example, is the code of our product page, which I'm about to edit. And as you can probably understand, it is a lot more complex than just dragging and dropping a few sliders on the drag and drop editor. Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I do not know how to code, and right now is not the best time to learn. So what I'm thinking about doing is using the latest AI models to help me write the entire code that I need. Then I'll add it to the product page. My goal is to go from this version of the page right here all the way to this version of the page that's currently not ready, but I'll ask my editor to put it on the screen so you can preview it. All right, let's get started. First, I shared some context about what I wanted to do. Then I even got reference images from other stores and created some myself for faster results. Then I attached all of that to the prompt and asked for the first code sample. It took about 15 seconds to generate, but from there I copied the code, went to a website where I could preview it and pasted it to see what it looked like. To me, it didn't look good, so I took a video of the preview and then fed it back to AI with comments on how to improve it. I did it 3 to 4 times until AI came up with this. That one looked great, so it was time to add it to our product page in Shopify. Now, before I made any changes to the website, I made sure I saved the current version, and that way if adding my code breaks anything, I can quickly go back to my backup version. Once that was done, I added the AI code to our product page, and in 1 hour and 4 minutes, I was done with the page update. Now I just need to update all of our campaigns so they redirect people to this new page that I just created instead of a generic one. And same thing for abandoned checkout and all of the other retargeting email that we send. Anytime that people leave the website and we're sending them an email, I want them to go back to this Cyber Monday page that mentioned our Cyber Monday offer instead of a generic page where they can't see any deal that they have access to. It's nighttime now, so it's the perfect time to check the results for the day. I'll refresh the screen so Clearview can check and count all the sales accurately. Now, I'm only interested in today's date so far, so I'll sort by top performer. And as you can see, the campaign in blue is the one I sent this morning for Cyber Monday. It's already at 9.5K in sale, and the one I sent just a few hours ago, afternoon United States time, just crossed 3K. I actually refreshed this page a couple hours ago. It was at like 2.5 or something, and now it's at 3K, so really great news. All these other campaigns that you can see matched up on the graph, they all got sent over 24 hours ago. So one thing about that, I actually found an interesting trend, if you say so. Let's take a look at this campaign, for example. It was sent 4 hours before the Black Friday expired. It was a scarcity campaign to push people to buy right now, right? And it definitely worked. People felt the scarcity because we got consistent sales during the last 4 hours of the day. But after these consistent sales, you see, once midnight hit, we pretty much got no extra sale from that campaign for about 10 to 12 hours, right? And that was because at midnight, I once again made complete sure that nobody could get access to the Black Friday sale. And what happened here is that I launched the Cyber Monday offer at 8 a.m. if I remember well. So between 8 a.m. here when I launched the Cyber Monday sale and 11 a.m. here when we started seeing consistent sale again, what happened was I basically grabbed all of our Black Friday URLs, so all of the link we used for Black Friday, and I made sure these links, instead of showing sell expired or even instead of them showing the usual version of the website, they basically pushed everyone to the new and updated Cyber Monday deal. Now, the reason I only sent 2 campaigns today instead of 4 like yesterday isn't because I couldn't send more. Actually, the metrics are looking quite healthy and I definitely could have, but I now believe that extending the sale will generate a lot more revenue and profit. And that's because when I take a look at everybody who purchased from our emails, a lot of the time they did not convert instantly. This person, for example, bought from us a couple of days ago, and if you look at the amount of campaigns he clicked on, the amount of times he added items to cart, the amount of emails he opened, he basically engaged with our emails forever, and today was just the tipping point. Now, you can definitely speed up how fast people convert by using urgency, for example, but at the end of the day, nobody converts instantly. So I do believe it would be counterproductive to only run this sale for 24 hours. So instead of calling it a Cyber Monday sale and making it expire today at midnight, what I'll do is I'll run it all the way to Sunday and call this sale a Cyber Week sale instead. December 2nd. Now, if you ask me, extending the sale is a really solid play, but at the same time, it caused a few issues. Number one being is I have some emails like this, pretty standard to announce to people that the Cyber Monday deal is live, to show people what it is. Then I have some more emails to recommend the best seller of this promotion. And finally, I have some emails to let people know that the discount is about to expire. That being said, I do not have enough content for the entire week. So right now I need to create more. And when it comes to creating emails fast, there's nothing better than plain text emails like the one you can see here. It's just text, no design, and really you can come up with one in 10 to 20 minutes. And executed well, they can absolutely crush it and generate a ton of sales. So before I head into a Google Doc and start writing, I want to make sure I find what could be the best possible angle for today. Now, speaking about that, one thing that's been in the back of my mind and a lot of other people's mind recently is this, right? If you check out this YouTube video, it's a short, it has 31 million views, bunch of people watched it, and it talks about Black Friday and the season, right? And if you go through the comments, you'll realize that the general public simply does not believe the Black Friday deals are real. They all feel tricked by companies who do not lower their price at all, but still promote a massive sale. And once again, that's not just a couple people, that's 798 people here, 500 people here, and the video got 31 million views. So let's use that to our advantage in the campaign. I announced our biggest sale as a hook in the headline, and directly after that, I addressed people's concern. They do not want to get scammed. So if they feel like they have complete clarity on the pricing, it should help. So here I'm listing out all products. I had to look up some of the prices on my phone there. Then I applied the 10% discount on every single price. And now here's arguably the most important part. helping people visualize how much they're saving. Then I just shared the discount code, pretty standard there, and also a direct link to our Cyber Monday page. All right, cool. I'm done with the copy. Now I know I did say I would not design the email whatsoever at all, but then I started adding some colors to it, even highlighted the discount code. Now I get it. From your perspective, that might look like a scammy ad from the 50s, you know, the way it's designed, but trust me, I'll send it now and we'll check back on the results later. And I do think this one is breaking a record. Let's put value here. We're at $10,000 in the last 10 hours. This campaign hasn't been out for that long, right? I sent it earlier today. It's been about 10 hours and it already made $9,000. I think that's a record, at least in this account. I don't think we've ever had a campaign do more than that in that little amount of time. I even hit refresh just so you can see. And I can't say this enough, but if this proves one thing, is that taking the time to actually do your research and then use what you found to write copy that directly speak about whatever your email list subscribers are thinking of at the moment, that's always gonna do better than you writing generic copy that nobody cares about. December 4th. So right now I'm still working on more campaign. That's because for the last 3 weeks, the only emails that we've sent out to the list are about current promotion and discount that we've had on the website. But really now is a good time to remind people that our products are actually world class, way better than competitors, that we have a lot more reviews than them, and that we're selling fast. Now, of course, I'll still mention the sale, but that's not the main goal of this email. The goal is to just increase the perceived value of our product so much that it's going to help the entire Cyber Week promotion convert better. So for the next few minutes, I'll continue to edit this campaign, import it in Klaviyo, send myself a preview to see how it looks like, and finally go live. Now I'm in Europe and in my time zone it's nighttime, so I might not check the sales data tonight, but I might do so tomorrow. Either way, I'll just keep you updated. But today, my friend, is December 5th, so it's time to check. You can see yesterday this campaign made $5,000, so not as good as the launch campaign, but still pretty solid. And then today so far we're at 3.3K. Tomorrow I'll start letting people know that the sale actually expires. Much like before, I really won't be shy with this. I'll even count down the days and even hours in front of them. And of course, I'll just send as many campaigns as I can get away with. Final results. As you can see here, I did end up following that plan. Over the course of that weekend, I sent 4 campaigns telling people that their discount was about to expire. The first one did 7K in sale, the second one 5K, then 4K, and the very last one did 6K. I'll even refresh this screen just so you can know these numbers are all accurate. And then because the sale is over now, I think it makes sense for me to show you the Black Friday and then Cyber Monday numbers. So let's go over the Black Friday numbers. You can see from the 23rd to the 29th. Let's refresh the data so you know, once again, this is the just accurate numbers, right? But yeah, we did $203,000 in sales purely from emails. Now, if I show you the revenue from all sales channel, that was $404,000, meaning email did about half of the total store's revenue. And let's go over to Cyber Monday now. It was surprising, but we did more during Cyber Monday compared to Black Friday. We did $265,000 purely from email during that cyber sale week, right? And if I show you the total store revenue, that was $490K. Once again, the email did slightly over half of the store revenue there. Now, once again, let's refresh the screen. I'll just do this real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Let's let it load. And yeah, really same data there. Now, looking back on that entire sales period, I do think the best move I've done by far wasn't really to update the landing page or even to write one email that was essential to the strategy or anything. It was really running the promotion in the order that we did. So starting with the Black Friday deal where we only gave the discount on our most expensive product, and only after that making the discount code store-wide. You could argue we could have made more revenue if the site-wide sale came first, and I do think that's true. But really, a lot of the people who now bought our most expensive product, well, they wouldn't have, and they would have opted for a cheaper option that for us wouldn't have been as profitable. And just to add to that, if we did run the site-wide sale early, then we would have had to run it for like 10 to 20 days during that early Black Friday to Black Friday season. And really, I do think that offer would have run out of steam. At that point, we would have had to change the offer. And after a site-wide sale, you really don't have anything better to give to people. Maybe you can run a sale and give people a free gift, but it would have been too big of a discount for us. We would not have been able to run it. Now, in full transparency, I do not even own one single percentage of this store The brand owner basically called me to come into this account and generate more revenue for the brand from email marketing. Across the Black Friday and Cyber Monday period, we did almost $700,000 in sales. Once again, purely from email marketing. I'll even refresh the screen right now, and then I'll show you the total sale for the store across that same time period. But really, this is what I do. I come into stores and just increase revenue from email marketing. Across that time period, we did almost 47% or almost 50% of the total store revenue from email marketing. If we combine all sales channels, that was $1.4 million in 30 days. So just like him, if you own an e-commerce brand and you want to scale, click the link below to start working with me.